Dexter New Blood, Episode 6, titled Too Many Tuna Temperatures, which my response is, what can we eat now? Seems like tuna, fish, is not healthy for you. So I'm like, is air healthy for you? Can I eat paper? What can I eat? What can I eat to stay healthy? It feels like everything that we got told that is healthy isn't healthy now. Maybe I should eat a bunch of chocolate. Maybe that's not factoring. Maybe it's opposite world now. I don't know. Anyway, this is another great episode for this event series. And what this episode really makes me realize that normally, like, the first 8 seasons of the show, the main plot is literally who's the big bad and Dexter trying to kill said big bad. That's our main plot. And all the other subplots with the other side characters and supporting characters are basically the side plots that are going to be important in character building and all that. But our main plot is about Dexter hunting Ice Rock Killer, Trinity Killer, Doomsday Killer. But it's the other way around. The main plot is about the relationship between Dexter and Harrison. It's about a father, a psychopathic of a father, trying to reconnect with his son, who hasn't seen, who he has abandoned. And Harrison feels that abandonment. And out through this episode, you have Dexter in his Dexter way of being distant, but he's trying to reconnect. He's trying to reconnect with Harrison, but he's still distant. Or he's using words that just does not compute. I mean, there's a scene which was hilarious because every time this certain situation happens, you're like he's going to bullshit his way through this because he can't just say the words, yeah, my hobby, my major hobby is I kill people. That ain't gonna fly. That equals you heading back to Miami in a van with handcuffs that will lead to the electric chair. So Dexter can't say that. So it's interesting how he words it. Like, he mentions Rita's death as a bump in the road or something on those lines, and you're like, Dexter, it was more than a bump in the road. Rita died by getting killed by Trinity. It's not just a bump in the road. And even Harrison's like, a bump in the road, and of course that equals more distance between the two characters. And it's just this really well put together situation, really well written. And the more we find out about Harrison, I mean, Harrison, we know he has a dark side. You know he has a dark passion in him. But we don't know how major it is. And what you realize is he doesn't want to kill people. He just wants to hurt people. Like, he just wants to break someone's arm. He just wants to put someone in the hospital. He does not want to put them in a body bag. And you understand this anger. Like, he got abandoned by his father at the age of 5. Then everything felt smoothly. Then Hannah died. Found out his father didn't die. He's not dead. He's alive. But he's in the foster home system. But he's one of the unlucky kids who kept being in shitty homes. And now he's reconnecting with his dad. And the thing is, Harrison is so independent, he doesn't really need Dexter. He feels so, oh, I can do this, I can do that. He is literally in a situation where no one he knows what's right and wrong, but no one told him that when is it okay to do X and Y, when is it okay to not do that. No one told him the limits of it. And you just feel he's expressed his anger by wrestling, and you're like, Jesus, this is going way too far. And I am concerned for Harrison. I'm concerned for this kid. I don't want Harrison to turn into Bayheart the Butcher 2. Okay? I don't want actually... Would Dex be Bayheart the Butcher 2? Even though he wasn't actually the Bayheart the Butcher. Dex is. Bayheart the Butcher 2. Yeah, that's the sequel. The other stuff about it, and listen, the side plot, is Cliff. Cliff being a serial killer and finding out what his whole memo thing, his whole thing, or what did he do with the bodies, why is he doing, and seeing him like claying this like eye onto the girl that he shot in the head last week, that was shown in last episode, and he's placing it onto her face. I'm like, are you like a Professor Pig? Are you like one of the... I'm like, is Cliff one of those characters who are like, I want to recreate beauty. I want to be perfect. I want to... Like, he wants it to be his own image of beauty. I'm wondering he's going to be one of those killers. Because him draining the blood, him, you know, patching the face... It's really interesting to see his process and understanding why does he do it. Is it an urge? Does he feel like he needs to do it? I think when it comes to serial killers, let's be honest, we are kind of fascinated with serial killers, and we kind of want to know, like, so why, dude? Why this? And that's literally what my questions are. Why this? Why this? Explain this. And this gets you more intrigued by Cliff, because yes, Cliff acts like the local community man who had a rough kid. He raised up a rough kid who was always getting in trouble, and then but he secretly is, you know, making girls disappear and hunting them down like animals. And now we know he paper facades and trying to make them new and make them complete and make it human in his own image. He wants to be God in a way. And it's really intriguing, like the little stuff you know about his killing side, his dark picture, you may say, is intriguing in a way. Now, the stuff dealing with, like, you know, Angela finding out that Jim isn't Jim, it's Dexter Morgan. The natural response is, I thought, naturally. It's the classic thing. It's the classic thing of, you lied about your name. What else are you lying about? So I can't trust you right now. And with Angela finding Iris's body except Max's, I'm wondering Iris is Cliff's first victim, and maybe it's him. Like, he's killing and kidnapping all these girls, all these young women, because he's trying to rectify of what he did. Maybe in his own twisted way. I don't know. Like, that's the thing. What is his motivation to build Professor Piggy like? I don't know. It's just going to be really interesting. And having, like, clearly with Harrison and the relationship between Cliff and Harrison basically sees as Cliff as the dad that he wants Dexter to be. And is just annoying the shit out of Dex. And you just know. It's the whole thing of, you know stuff, but certain characters don't know certain things. And it's annoying because you know the actual situation, and Dexter doesn't want to say the words because he's a fucking serial killer. Because it's like, how do you know? Because I am. Like, you know, because Dexter knows that's going to be the conversation. But yeah. By the way, did and it's another great episode. But here's the thing: does anyone know that you can actually listen to the Fuck, Marry, Kill like podcast, like 10 minutes of it, of the Trinity Killer thing on the Showtime YouTube show? I didn't realize that. Did anyone realize that? I didn't realize that. That's kind of cool. I might listen to that. Be like, okay, let's see how that goes. But yeah, another great episode. We got 4 more episodes to go. Regulations and a kill or 2 to go and all that. So, well, hopefully this great event series ends on a great high.